everybody, it is Margaret here, a tour guide and manager with Free Tours by Foot London, and today I am bringing you my top 10 things to do for free in London. Number one is visit a museum. We are so lucky in London that most of our major museums are free. So I'm talking about things like the British Museum, the Museum of London, the Natural History Museum, the Science Museum. All of these things are totally free, and art museums as well. Places like the Victoria and Albert Museum, the National Gallery, the National Portrait Gallery, and of course the Tate Modern as well. Now, it is worth mentioning that a lot of these museums do have donation boxes, so you can give as you go inside, and exhibitions usually do come with a fee, but the museums themselves are entirely free. Number two, visit the Houses of Parliament. Now, the Houses of Parliament is where all of our legislation in the UK is made, and it's comprised of three different places: the House of Commons, the House of Lords, and then there's the monarch. So the House of Commons and the House of Lords decide on a law, and the Queen tells us if she thinks it's good or not. Now, it is completely possible to go into the Houses of Parliament and sit in the House of Commons or the House of Lords and watch them do their debates. It doesn't cost a thing, and the best part of it is that the House of Commons and the House of Lords are located inside a royal palace, the Palace of Westminster. So you get to go in for free to a royal palace whenever the houses are in session. Their schedule changes a lot, so make sure you go to parliament.uk to take a look before you go on down. Number three, see street art. Now, if you are a street art lover, you will know that the East of London has some of the best street art in the entire world. And maybe you've even visited it already, but I would urge you to come down and visit it again, because the street art in the East of London in places like Shoreditch, it's ephemeral, it's constantly changing, and it's current and updated. It reflects what's going on in society. So if you came on a tour with us a few years back, well, it might be time to come on a tour again, because you're going to see all kinds of new stuff. Now, if you want to check out our street art tour, you can join us on our public street art tours, but there's also going to be a virtual street art tour coming your way soon, so keep an eye out for that here. Number four, you can walk in the footsteps of the Beatles. Now, the Abbey Road album is one of the most iconic music albums of our time. And it's not just the music that makes it popular, it's the iconic image of the Beatles walking across Abbey Road, all four of them in a row. Now, you can create that image yourself if you want to. All you have to do is get to St. John's Wood Station, walk down to the Abbey Road studios, and recreate the picture. Now, if you want to hear more about this, my colleague Sinead has done a great virtual tour all about Abbey Road, so you can go down there and check it out on our site. Also, we're working on a little something special for those of you that love the Beatles. We're going to have a full virtual tour of the Beatles London coming to you soon. Now, number five, checking my notes, make sure I'm in order. Get the best view in London. Now, the best view in London, in my opinion, is at the top of a building called the Sky Garden. And you can see the Sky Garden just behind me. It's the large building that almost looks like it's falling forward towards the river. Some people call it the walkie-talkie building, so it looks a bit like a walkie-talkie. But at the very top of this office building is a public space that is free to visit, known as the Sky Garden. And if you're Googling that, it's all one word. Now, it's totally free to go up, and when you're at the top, you can walk all the way around. You get 360-degree views of the city. It's absolutely incredible. Now, even though it is free, I do want to let you know you're going to have to book a ticket in advance. They do sometimes let you in without booking, but it really depends on capacity and what's going on that day. So I always recommend to book in advance. And if you're thinking you want to go to the Sky Garden, I have written a blog post all about how to do it, where to go, tube station, links to the websites, everything. So check out our website. You're going to find a link to it near this video. It's going to tell you all about how to get to the Sky Garden. Number 6, walk in the footsteps of Harry Potter. I know not everybody's into Harry Potter, so if you're not, just listen politely. But if you are like me and you're really into Harry Potter, then obviously London is a must-see destination for a few different reasons. Firstly, J.K. Rowling wrote about the entrance to the wizarding world of Harry Potter, and that is located in Diagon Alley, just off Charing Cross, right in the center of London. And you can come here to Charing Cross and see 2 different roads. We've got Cecil Court and Godwin's Court. And both of these little alleyways are believed to be the inspiration for Rowling's Diagon Alley, and you can see them in real life. Also in London, they did a lot of filming for the Harry Potter movies. So you've got places like Whitehall, where they filmed the Ministry of Magic, or this bridge here, the Millennium Bridge, was destroyed by beefeaters in the 6th Harry Potter film, and the Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Now, if you can't get to London yet, I understand it's not possible for everybody, then go ahead and check out our website. I'm going to leave a link for you because we have a virtual Harry Potter tour that you can actually see, and it encompasses everything I'm telling you about, but even more. The places where they filmed Diagon Alley itself, like Borough Market and Leadenhall, also where they filmed the Ministry of Magic down by Westminster Station. And if you are in London, but you want to kind of go at your own, I have created a Harry Potter audio guide that takes you through all of these sites and finishes right up at platform 9 3/4, which is located in King's Cross, which, by the way, is completely free to visit. Now, number 7, I've got take in a free concert. Now, live music in London is incredibly popular, and it's perfectly easy to find it at pubs and clubs throughout town. But what I want to talk about is something a little bit different. It's St. Martin's in the Fields, which is a church dating from the 18th century located on the edge of Trafalgar Square. Now, that church has sat there for 300 years unchanged by history, and they have free concerts with classical music. They do them at lunchtime, sometimes in the evenings. They do concerts by candlelight where there's no electric lighting, and you can sit there and really just take in the music. The reverberations and the acoustics in the church are absolutely amazing. Now, their schedule is constantly changing, so make sure that you check out their website before you go down and do it for yourself. Now, number 8, stroll through a beautiful park. London is a really green city. A lot of visitors comment on that when they're talking to me, and they talk about how surprised they are that there's so many free parks that we can walk through. Now, right in the center of town, all 3 next to each other, you've got Hyde Park, Kensington Gardens, Green Park, and then you also have St. James's Park. They all used to be one massive hunting ground for royalty, and now they're divided up into these little beautiful parks for us to enjoy. You've also got Regent's Park, which is in the north of London. It's also where Baker Street is. So for those of you who are into your Sherlock Holmes, you might want to head up into that area. It's also where London Zoo is located. And then another mention, this one takes a little bit of effort to get to. You want to go down to Richmond. That will take you all the way to the west of London. You can get there on the Underground. And when you get to Richmond, you want to visit Richmond Park. It is beautiful. It's absolutely massive. It's almost like you're in a forest. It doesn't even feel like you're in London anymore. And there are actually wild deer that live in the park that you can sometimes see when you're down there. It's absolutely incredible. All right, what have I got for you for number 9? Oh, London street performers. Now, here in London, we are a very artistic and musical, diverse kind of city. And there's lots of people who are sort of plying their trade out in public. So it's really easy to walk through places like Covent Garden or along the South Bank, which is where I am today, and find people performing, people playing music, people singing, people juggling, doing magic, people painting. There's even a man, when the tide goes out, who builds sand sculptures on the edge of the River Thames. And all of these people are doing it, of course, for tips only. Now, if you're interested in coming down and checking out the street performers, I would say we do a nighttime tour in the summer that walks you along the river. You always see amazing people out here. And also we do a Covent Garden and the West End tour. And Covent Garden, Right in the heart is this huge cobblestone piazza, and there's a huge pit there that different street performers can compete to get the honor to perform at. So if you are visiting Covent Garden, if you're coming to us with the Covent Garden tour, you're going to see these amazing world-class street performers right in the center of town. And number 10, go on a free walking tour. Obviously, right? So we here at Free Tours by Foot know that London can be an expensive city, but it doesn't have to be expensive to travel here. All of these things that I'm telling you about are completely free activities, and all of our tours, of course, are pay what you wish. So you only tip the guide how much you thought the tour was worth. Now, we have loads of walking tours running every single day. We have over 24 different tours, all different areas, all different subjects, all different times and dates, and seasonal tours as well. We arrange private tours. We also have a lot of audio guides that you can go on yourself. And then, of course, like we're doing now, we've got these virtual tours. So if you want to visit London, but you don't want to leave the comfort of your own home, it's really easy to do that here with us at Free Tours by Foot. Okay, guys, that's 10. But I can't leave it at 10. I've got a bonus 11 for you guys that I want to talk about, which is the changing of the guard. Now, we all know the Queen's Guard soldiers, right? Red jackets, big black hats, marching outside of Buckingham Palace. Now, these soldiers are famous the world over, and their ceremony is called the changing of the guard, which is essentially when one group of soldiers finishes work and another group of soldiers begin. They play music, they march down the street, they entertain the crowds. It's absolutely amazing to come and see, and it's completely free. Now, this is another schedule that can change quite quickly because the Queen's Guard work on behalf of the royal family. So whenever anything's happening with the royal family, if there's birthdays or events, or if we sadly recently have something like a royal funeral, of course the schedule might change. So you always want to check online on the Buckingham Palace website to see when the ceremony is taking place. But to get you the best view, to see the guards, get the best photographs, know exactly where to stand and when to get there and how to arrive, go to our website. I did another blog post all about this because we actually visit the Queen's Guard soldiers and see the changing of the guard on our Westminster tour. So I've got all the best tips and tricks for you guys. You're going to see a link to that page on the video that I'm recording right now, so you can go and get all the information that you need. All right, 10 and 11, and I have to confess, you guys, I have some honorable mentions. I can't stop. There's so much free stuff to do in London, you wouldn't believe it. So here really quickly, walk across Tower Bridge. Everybody knows Tower Bridge, the two iconic towers, the drawbridge in the middle. It's completely free to walk across Tower Bridge, not too far from where I'm standing now, just down the other end of the river. The Tower Bridge actually is a drawbridge. It does raise, and if you go to their website, you can see when it's timed to lift. So you can actually get down there and watch it raising yourself, but completely free to walk across the bridge. Also, exploring London's neighborhoods, and this has never been easier than within the last few months with Free Tours by Foot. We are doing virtual tours in almost every single neighborhood in London, and each neighborhood in London is completely different from the one next to it. Different styles, different pubs, different flares. Even the street signs are different depending on which area you're coming from. So you've got places like the Square Mile, Royal Westminster, then you've got beautiful places like Little Venice, eclectic Camden, you've got the East End with all of the street art, Brick Lane food tours. It's amazing what you can explore just on your own or by coming with us on a free tour. Also, walk along the water. I am here literally standing above the River Thames, and it's perfectly easy to walk from the London Eye all the way to London Bridge. You follow along what we call the South Bank, which is this amazing stretch that you can walk along the river. You pass awesome stuff like Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. We've got the Tate Modern here as well. You'll see the London Eye, the National Theatre. You pass Borough Market. It's absolutely incredible. You can spend a lot of time walking along, seeing those street performers that I mentioned to you, and you can come right along and it's completely free. And if you do like to walk along the water, but the Thames is a little bit busy for you, or maybe you've seen it before, then get yourself to Regent's Canal. You may not know this, but the north of London is laced with lots of beautiful little canals, and it's totally possible to walk along them in places like Regent's Park, Little Venice, and Camden. There's plenty for you to explore on the water. In fact, Sinead, my guide here, she She's doing amazing virtual tours. She has done a Little Venice and a Regent's Canal walk for you. So until you can get here in person, go ahead and check out her video. And the very last thing, I promise this is the end, is going to be to visit a market. London markets are absolutely incredible. From food markets like Borough Market, sourcing the best food from around the country, to second-hand markets like Brick Lane Market, or places where people are making and selling their own wares like Spitalfields Market, Camden Town Market. All of these markets in London are completely individual, completely unique, and of course they're all free to visit. Okay, that's it. That's the top 10 plus an 11 and a handful of extras for you. So come on down to London. There's plenty of free stuff for you to do. Keep an eye on these videos. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel here on YouTube. You'll also want to be following us on Facebook, all your traditional social media platforms. We've got lots of virtual tours coming for you, lots more top 10 lists from me headed your way, and plenty more information. And whatever you do, make sure you please, please, please tell your friends. If you enjoyed the video, like it and share it. Tell people about us. And when you get to London, come down and say hi. Bye.